a bag of potatoes. You want 5-6 big potatoes. 1 onion, old onion. A can of tomatoes, Italiano, chopped tomatoes. You're gonna need grounded meat. This is a mix of 60% pork, 40% beef, grounded. You're gonna need 1 bucket of sour milk or Bulgarian yogurt. This is for later. And 3 eggs. And some spices and some oil. You're gonna see everything in just a moment. Now, you need first a pan or a tray. Big one. Then I would strongly suggest you to put some cooking paper on it, just so it's easier to clean after. Oh, what? It's my last paper actually. Son of a gun. I'm actually gonna water it first so it sticks a bit better. I mean the paper. I just throw a couple of drops so the paper can stick a bit because it's... Alright, first step, turn on the oven. You want to turn it on the mode that has a fan on it. You could go either combined, but you want to have a fan for this, for the beginning. And then we're gonna put it on. We're gonna start with 170 Celsius. And we might rise it a little bit more after. And now, first part is gonna be tight. You need to clean the potatoes, you need to cut them. It's gonna take some time. Bear with me here. Guys, you should definitely buy this insane intellectual instrument. It's called a potato peeler. Don't do it like my grandma with a knife, Master Chef style. It's way too challenging. And I'm just gonna peel now. And the peeled ones, I'm gonna add here so they don't take space for me. Because I don't have much space here. 1 potato done. I've never seen a potato with a peel in moussaka, my good sir. That's not how it is done. You need to peel the potato. You're not making barbecue potato with peel. Also, peeling the potato guarantees that you're gonna remove also more of the shit from the outside if you miss some cleaning. we Balkan people like to be safe. We like to cook our meat longer and stuff like that. And now we cut the potatoes. I like to cut it in quarters. And then, let's see. I like to cut my potato slices a little bit thicker. So another cut here. And then you just go like this. There you go. I would say this is even a bit bigger than normal. But it's fine. I like my moussaka with a bit bigger chunks. You're done with one, you put it, you bring the other. There you go. Now you're just gonna spread them potatoes everywhere. Now I would say this looks like a good amount, maybe a little bit more, but I think this is fine. You just want to have one layer of potato on the bottom. I'm gonna cut these thingies now on the side so they don't annoy me. You wanna do the cutting of those things later because the paper goes down when you put weight. Alright. So usually in the Balkans we use sunflower oil, but I don't like sunflower oil anymore, so I'm gonna use olive oil. And you just wanna just coat the potatoes a little bit. I just do it like that. One line, one line, one line, one line, one line, then horizontal, one line, one line, one line, one line, one line. That's enough. Now, might be less, might be more, but also the ground beef also has fat in it, so you don't need that much. You're gonna put salt. I would say a little bit more generously, but not too much. And then you're gonna put water, but I cannot give you the exact amount. Let's see if we can count it. A little bit of warm water. You just kind of want it to have water on the bottom. This maybe looks alright. So, but those are big potato chunks. So, maybe 1 cup or a bit less. Yeah, a little bit less than a cup, but it's almost the entire cup of water. And then you put this bad boy in for now. Now, Most people don't pre-cook the potatoes, but I do it. I let them cook for 20 minutes before I add the other things. 20, 30, between 20 and 30. Until this is going, we're gonna start the next process. I don't think you need a chicken or beef stock for moussaka, because you already have the meat taste from the ground meat. I think you're gonna make the entire thing taste way too succulent, and you wouldn't be able to appreciate the simple taste of the potato, which is the balance to the succulent taste of the beef, which gives contrast to the dish, my good sir. I'm gonna put a pan, level 7, and we're gonna start cutting onion. I saw this from the internet, boys. You're gonna cut the onion halfway where the root is, like this, towards the bottom. You're gonna cut a little bit away from the root sides, just so you can grab it and peel this off. Very important to keep the cut side towards the bottom, so you don't cry. Because we only cry when angels deserve to die. Keep that shit towards the bottom, and now you cut it. I just cut vertical lines and one horizontal. Do that for the second one as well before you start. And when you've prepared everything, then you cut this shit up. But let me put some oil in the pan first. Just a little bit. That was maybe a bit too much, but fuck it. It's all gonna go into the potatoes anyway. And now you cut the onion. When you do it like that, you don't give the onion time to attack you. It is too late. You have already discombobulated. Boom. Now, you don't want to cook the onion too much. You don't want it to get brown. You're cooking it just so it gets a little bit soft. And then you're gonna add the ground meat. And actually, before we add it, I'm gonna start preparing it. Look guys, this is going to be a righteous trick. I cut up the beef inside the thingy, like this. With the spatula, you're gonna start spreading it in little cubes. See what we're doing here? These are out of the box tactics. Pay attention. The reason why we're doing that is going to be easier to spread the meat in the pan after you put it. The onion seems good to me. It's starting to get a little bit brownish, which shouldn't be happening. So we're just gonna add the beef right now. Boom. There's a little paper I remove like that. Boom. And now you wanna be quick. You wanna start fucking it up into smaller pieces. I like, this is the size you're looking for. You want to be not too small. You want to have some like little bite-sized sizes. I'm gonna turn this up to 8 and we just wanna cook it all around before we continue. The next step is gonna be the tomato, but we're gonna wait before we open it. And we're gonna be adding spices as well. You don't wanna add salt into this one because this is salty by default. You are going to, however, add black pepper and we call this chubrica. In English it's savory. Those are the only two things you need. Can even give you a closer. Boom. I'm gonna turn it around a little bit, the red parts. And you just cook it for like 5-10 minutes here, just so it's brown everywhere. I like to add the spices after I add the tomato. I'm not sure why, but that is my instinct about it. One can of tomatoes. Boom. The tomato is my addition. People don't make the moussaka with tomato here. At least my grandma doesn't. But I think the tomato elevates it to the next level. Then pump it to 9. Because we just want this to thicken a little bit. We don't want it to cook that much because it's gonna cook in the oven anyway. So we're pumping my thing into the max here. 9 is my max. Now we're gonna put the spices. I just eyeball it, man. Just cover the thing in with spice. Black pepper and save it. So you want this to thicken a little bit. It doesn't need to be super thick. And you could probably even make pasta with this. You know, I think I'm not sure if it's bolognese. But it's pretty much the same thing. It's already been 20 minutes on the potato, on the bottom. I'm just gonna leave it until the thing is thickened up. So we're gonna leave it for 5 more minutes, and then we're gonna combine them. I would say this is looking ready for me. It's just a little bit watery, but that's fine because the watery things are gonna get absorbed in the potatoes. Overall, the mince is looking thick. So we turn this off. Now we pull out the potato. Judging by this visual, I would say maybe I've put a little bit too much water on the potato, but it's not that big of a deal in my opinion. And now, you just put this bad boy in. You wanna spread it everywhere? Now, we return this back for at least 10-15 minutes more because I want the meat itself to get a little bit cooked by itself. And I'm even gonna up the heat for this now more. So so from 160 I'm going to 190, 180, 190, and we're gonna leave it like that for 10 minutes at least. So for the zalivka, I'm gonna put 3 eggs. It needs to be exactly 3. I've tried with 2 and with 4. 3 is the exact amount. With the other amount, it tastes weird. You're gonna mix the eggs first, like for an omelette, and then you drop this bad boy. And you mix it together. There you go. I also like to season this thingy just a little bit with salt, just a little bit, and with some pepper. And I will wait for the 10 minutes to pass. Yeah, I have worked in a kitchen for 6 months. The first lesson they told me, you cannot call yourself a good cook if you're not a good dishwasher. That was the first lesson they told me. But I think they told me the lesson because they just wanted me to clean after them, the main chefs. But you know, it's still important. Okay, this is dark enough in my opinion. You get this bad boy back up. It can go a bit more, but let me see again on the light. Yeah, I'll keep it a little bit more. I'll keep it for another 5 minutes. Now I did notice that the entire thing looks a little bit too watery, so I must have added a bit too much water. That means we're just gonna cook it for like a little bit longer. Okay. Now we add the final ingredient. Wanna spread it without ruining the structure if possible. My moussaka is definitely a bit watery, so I'm gonna leave it now for at least 30 minutes and then even more. So I'm gonna put it back for at least 30 minutes now. Let me give you a better angle. Let me put 30 here. So, I'm gonna say it now because probably you might not pay attention after 30 minutes. But after these 30s are over, now I'm not 100% sure how my oven works, but at the end, you're gonna put it on a mold that only has the top ryotan, I don't know how you call it, the top heating, because you wanna get this darker in color. And the only way to do it is to put, in my situation, is this mold, and I need to turn this up to 300 degrees for it to activate for some reason. I'm not sure how that works logically, but that's how my fucking oven works. I need to turn it to 250 or 300 for this mold to activate. I'm sorry, it's this mold with the 3 triangles. That's gonna give a darker color to the top. I think I'll put it for 10 more minutes. Usually about this time I start the grill option, but I feel like my moussaka is a little bit too watery than I want it to be, so I'll let it cook for a little bit more so the waters evaporate a little bit more. Actually, I don't think this is gonna need a grill option. This actually almost looks ready. Instead of putting it on a grill option, because I already like the color, I'm just gonna keep it for another 5 or 10 minutes and I think it's done. Because back in the day when I would do it, the top part wouldn't look that cooked. But it's looking pretty good at the moment. I think it needs like maybe 5 more minutes max and it's done. This looks good to me, boy. Exactly 2 hours cooking. Damn. I will cut you one piece to show it to you from the inside. But I'm not gonna eat it yet. I don't think I will be able to pull the piece well. Maybe I'm gonna cut you piece. See, on the bottom it's a little bit watery, but that's fine because when you keep it in the fridge it's gonna thicken up. It just looks like that because it's just fresh out of the oven. God damn it, my paper broke off. It is what it is.